Sairam, in your 2.0 role as CMO at Cigniti, global position anchored in India, how strategically do you synchronize companies' marketing initiatives with this M&A endeavors and corporate development objectives?
Sure. As I was alluding, right? So it's a natural extension, for a chief marketing officer to sort of play a pivotal role in looking at what we call the long-term ambitions of the company. So we call it the long-term digital ambitions of the organization. First and foremost, I wish to express my gratitude and thanks to the management and leadership of Cigniti for bestowing me with this unique responsibility. And as we rechristened ourselves to lead into the what we call leapfrogging to the digital orbit, that's the endeavor that we set out to be $1 billion organization. We drew a plan to sort of pivot into unique areas of digital engineering without letting go of the core competency of Cigniti. So that's where I think my understanding of the brand, the company, its DNA, its culture, its evolution, and its path ahead gave me this unique opportunity. And we defined a playbook where we are looking at three intersecting areas of digital engineering. When we define the playbook, it is AI, analytics, and data engineering, intersecting with software products and platform engineering, and the third dimension being the Internet of Things and ER&D. So these are the broad spectrum, which is obviously the whole spectrum of digital engineering. And then we picked up each of them. So thankfully, in 2022, we acquired a company called Round Square, where I significantly played a part along with our leadership, of course, from end to end in terms of identifying the organization. And then that's where I think the CMO's role became very relevant. Imagine going to a boutique digital engineering startup company and then sort of helping them understand why Cigniti, why should they consider Cigniti. Let me tell you, they were having 2, 3, 4 large mid-size IT services companies behind them with term sheets. So I think that's where the brand value proposition, the art of storytelling, and the human personal relationship that we carried with the founders of the organization sort of helped me with about 2, 3 months of conversations, made them, it's all matchmaking, right? M&A is matchmaking. So it's not speed dating, it's matchmaking, and it's for a long-term sustainable relationship. So thankfully, it fell in place. And then we sort of, and then, that's where I think the integration, I'm not talking about the human capital integration, right? That is a HR leader's well-defined responsibility. Brand integration, positioning integration, crafting a unique messaging without changing anything overnight, and then taking it to the market, and about 18 months of time. And also sort of then this particular company, it had its own IP. So you need to understand the dynamics of integration points. Again, I repeat, integration, a lot of people think M&A integration is about human capital integration. This is a significant piece. I'm talking about brand integration, positioning, strategic integration. So that's the role that I play. So it was a successful acquisition. Now Cigniti, as I repeated, we are a force in the digital engineering world. And my charter now is to also look out for acquisitions at substantially larger size. So one done, I think that gave me a lot of learnings. And now the journey begins. So we are looking at a phenomenally transformative approach to do, larger acquisitions in the digital product engineering, and then followed by IoT and ER&D. And then it also doesn't stop there. It's also about talking to the leaders post acquisition, helping them embrace what is the brand value proposition, why Cigniti, is a force that everyone needs to take a note about. So that's my work. On a corporate development work, though we haven't named it, we have a certain initiatives where we are investing in interesting startups. It could be in the areas of 5G. It could be in the areas of low-code platforms. It could be in the area of conversational AI-led, use case specific HR automation platform, etc. So we have made, or we are in the process of rather making some interesting investments. Small size ticket sizes, if you were to loosely call it, sort of a corporate venture capital structure. So I have been allowed to work upon such initiatives, and I'm reasonably confident and successful that some of them have starting to pay off, and it's a long journey ahead, and for which I have a unique team, that is part of my extended CMOs organization. So again, to sum it up, it's you have the entire brand value proposition 24/7, 365 custodianship of the brand. You have the entire responsibility of investor outreach, investor communication. These are the extended dimension of CMO's office. And the third interesting dimension is this overlapping strategy, corporate development, startup ecosystem building. Well, again, see, the prior experience of building alliances, partnership as a CMO's office will actually allow you to play a distinguished role here, because at the end of the day, it's about exploring complementary synergies that can add value at a long-term basis, whether it's a new startup that you want to acquire, a new startup that you want to invest. In fact, now Cigniti is part of NASSCOM's GenAI Foundry. So we are working with very, very interesting GenAI focused startups as part of the NASSCOM ecosystem. Whether we invest in them, whether we acquire in them, whether we partner, all options are always on the table. But what I'm trying to tell is these are natural extensions. And that is why I want to end this conversation with this profound statement I like to make. Chief marketing officers by nature are the custodians of strategy and growth, and they form a pivotal part for CEO's office to help maintain, manage, and lead long-term growth by being an integral part of the global leadership for any B2B software product and services organization, because that's the domain at least I work in.
That's great. That's great. You are actually really living how CMO's role should be. Like it's not just about creating sales assets, managing social media, managing demand gen. It is actually much more than that. All those things are just one part of marketing.
Correct.
But there is a well-rounded spectrum that a good CMO should always think about.
I mean, that's why I didn't go deeper into that. That is well defined. I went, the craft of the entire 360-degree of a CMO's office is well defined, and that is something we have to anyway own. But these are the extended role dimensions, in my opinion, which are natural fitments to a CMO's role strategically, and we need to have the wherewithal to sort of work in that. And personally, I'm equipping myself by enrolling to this Chief Strategy Officer program at the NUS, where I have had very good exposure and interactions. But as I always believed, there is a word in Sanskrit/Telugu called Shruta Pandityam. You learn a lot by hearing and observing rather than just getting tutoring. So it's by baptism by fire, and do it and then learn it. So I again thank my leadership, my organization, for giving me yet another opportunity, which is not linear to my actual line of career, and allowing me to work and enjoy. And thanks to my teams for supporting me. And thanks for you for having me on the show.
It's great, Sairam. It's always great talking to you. And now, hopefully that many people will get to learn from how you have shaped your career over last 2.5 decades. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, lovely, and have a good day ahead. Thank you.